with that being said, we're going to go right into your reading now, Taurus, and we're going to take a look at work first. All right, so I did a meditational pull for you guys for your overall energy, and the first thing that came out was Wheel of Fortune, which is very, very good energy. So for those of you pertaining to work that have been looking for a change or experiencing some type of change, this change is good. Okay, this is good change. Some of you needed a change and didn't even know it. And so it's going to be a pleasant surprise. Some of you are looking for change, and this definitely is showing that change is coming. A lot of times when we hear the word change, you know, we tend to panic because it is the unknown. Okay, well, what's that going to look like? What's that going to feel like? But this is a really good change for you guys, okay? And to back that up, we do have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles talks about it's a very comfortable energy, being comfortable in your workspace, being comfortable with the amount of money that you're making, living a comfortable life, okay? Not having a lot of financial worries or worries about where you work or you know, what it is that you need to do in your work. So I do see that this is a very positive change, and so I am glad to see that for you guys. So again, if you haven't experienced this as of yet, just know that there is going to be a change. For some of you, it's not going to be a change in the work environment that you're already in. The change could definitely be something that you know, you change. You might change jobs, or you might go to another department or something like that. So there is change in the wind, just, you know, however it resonates for you. So let's take a closer look here. Okay, with that being said, we're going to look at the Lovers here. All right, so when we're talking about change, for those of you that are looking for a change, you really need to be focused on your inner desires and your inner thoughts. Do I love to work here? Do I love the work that I do? Do I enjoy my work environment? So this change that's coming to you is going to be something that you will love to do. You will love being in the environment of. There'll be people around you in this work environment that feel like family, or feel like, you know, they care about your well-being and you care about theirs. So there's going to be a change in the work environment. So for some of you that are not going to be changing jobs, changing companies, that sort of thing, there's going to be some change within the company that you're absolutely going to love. All right. And we have the Six of Swords energy. So like I said, there is this change coming. So hear me when I say there's going to be some of you that understand that you don't like certain aspects about your job, your work environment, how your work is making you feel. And you are going to get some gone here. All right. You are going to jump ship. For some of you, this is going to be a change within the company that helps you make this decision. So maybe you were already thinking about leaving, but now these new changes are coming in and they're telling you like, hey guys, this is the change that's coming. If you don't like it, you know, for those of you that don't, you know, you can hit the highway, and you are one of those people that's like, okay, let me get my purse, or let me go to my locker and get my ish. I'm out. Let me go to my cubicle. Let me go to my office. Let me get these boxes. Okay. And I'm getting up out of here. So there is some change that is going to allow you to move, or you are going to feel motivated enough to move into a new direction. So I do see that this change is something that is going to, for some of you, drive you into a new direction, or this is for those of you that is happy where you are at. It's like, yes, I'm glad that this change is coming, because there could be a particular boss or supervisor or co-workers that are not going to like the change, and they're going to leave. So that's what's going to make your work environment a lot better. It's going to make it more of a loving type of environment. Okay. So someone here is going to jump ship with this new change. All right. We do see the Hierophant here. So this is new commitments or growth. Okay. So this company could be growing. So in this company, you have grown within yourself. Maybe you've even grown spiritually because, you know, the environment that you've been in, maybe it has been a positive one, or it will be a positive one, and it will, you know, create some inner strength, some inner growth. But there's new commitments. Maybe there is a boss for some of you. I see that there is a boss or a supervisor, like I said, that is now going to be leaving or will get fired or let go for whatever reason. And, you know, this might be that you will be offered their position or a new position because you have been committed. Okay. Because this Hierophant talks about not only growth, but it also talks about commitment. Maybe you will be more committed to your job and give more to your job now that these changes are coming. All right. But I also see that there could be a mentor, someone in that workspace that will take you under their wing and say, okay, I'm going to show you the ropes. Let me show you an easier way. Something like that. There could be someone there that is there to help and to guide you into growing within the company. But this is really, really good energy. Some of you might even be more focused on going within spiritually and growing spiritually. And this is why you need to leave, because this has been on your mind. You feel like maybe the work environment that you've been in has been a toxic one and has been spiritually conflicting. Maybe you haven't been able to go to church on Sunday like you would like to, or maybe you just haven't felt fulfilled within yourself because you're just working and working and working. The Hierophant comes in and it's helping you with that spiritual growth. And so there is going to be a change here to help you get fully either committed back to yourself and your true desires, or this change could be really, really good. And this commitment and growth is within this work environment or this company. So this is what I'm seeing for those of you in the workspace. But I am going to clarify just a little bit more before we move on to career, please. Okay, so what do we have here? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so again, clarifying the Hierophant, we do have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, I love the Ace of Swords because it talks about clarity, right? And you are going to get clarity, or you're working on getting clarity for what it is that's going to need to be done for you to have some inner truth and some inner growth. And so there is going to be some clarity. This could be, you know, not only just within yourself, but now that you're more clear on what you want and how you need to grow, this could help you in your workspace, because now, you know, do I want to grow within the company? You know, or I have grown within the company. Maybe I should be doing more. Maybe I should apply for, you know, higher positions. Maybe you'll need that clarity to know, is it time for me, you know, to move on? But there is going to be some clarity that comes in with this Hierophant energy, which is nice. Now, we do have the Three of Swords in reverse. So it's like for some of you, it has been a detriment for you to be in this workspace or at this job. You have not been giving yourself, you haven't been giving yourself the space or the clarity or the compassion to nurture your truest desires. So it's like, you know, I'm no longer going to do this. Maybe you have had some situations that have been hurtful or some type of loss when it comes to this company, when it comes into doing this particular work. Maybe this work is something that's really draining, and maybe the work is something like a caseworker or something where you're seeing things time and time again that are very heartbreaking. And it's like, I can't bring this home with me anymore. I can't have this on my mind when I leave my job. I don't want to be thinking about some of the things that I have to see and some of the things that I have to hear. Maybe you're wanting to go into a new direction, but either way, you are no longer going to hurt yourself or allow your work to hurt you. You're wanting to take those swords up out of your heart. And maybe this does represent losing. Maybe you feel like you've been losing a lot of yourself. And this is why this Hierophant is here. You've been losing yourself, Taurus, in what you used to do. All right. And so because of that, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so let's talk about that, because this is very deep. And I know that a lot of times when we're talking about our jobs, it's like, okay, well, I have to have my job. How am I supposed to make income? I can't just up and leave. I can't just turn and go into something else because I've been here for X amount of years. But there is something here to be said, because this energy here, this King of Pentacles in reverse, is someone that is very greedy and untrustworthy. All right, so if you've been dealing with this type of energy in a work environment, this is one of the reasons why we saw this Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, and this is why there has been some changes, or will be some changes, either by you or by the company, because there has been some greed and untrustworthiness. There could be money embezzlement. There could be bonuses that were supposed to be had, raises that were promised, favorable treatment when it came to other individuals. And, you know, it's just been unfair, and supervisors, higher ups, they have been greedy, and they've been downright unfair and untrustworthy. Okay. But I feel like a lot of this also ties into your finances, more so when it comes to your bonuses and that you're supposed to receive, and you know, something that has to do with money, raises. But I also feel like there's time too. It's like, hey, can you stay over? Or hey, this is, you know, I need you to stay, you know, longer, like almost like a mandatory overtime or something like that, where they're embarking on your time, which is going into your own space, hindering your growth in some type of way, because you are a human and you do need to leave for the day. You have things that you want to do. You have family that's waiting on you, other things that you need to do other than work. But this unreasonable energy is here. All right, so this could also be talking about really needing to pay attention to something when it comes to your finances. Okay, because there could be some overspending that you've been doing. All right, and so it's like maybe you've had some losses here because you've been overspending, because maybe you are making a certain amount of money, but it's like there's something with this company. This is going to change. There's going to be a change that's coming. Maybe your business is going or your company is going to shut down, and it's like, hold on to your money, like, because there's a change coming. So whoever that's for. But this is corrupt. This is corrupt energy. There's something that you need to be aware of here. Some fraudulent type of energy. So this is a caution here. Maybe you guys know about this, maybe you don't, but this is why this change is happening here. Very interesting. All right, so let's move forward into career. So some of you are already in a career. Some of you are thinking about what that career might mean for you. Like, you're like, I still don't know what I want to do. I just have a job, but it's not a career. Some of you have a job that is your career. So whatever the case is, we're going to see what this life purpose deck has to say. This part will not resonate with everyone, because there might be some specific career suggestions that come out, but I encourage you to look at this and recognize it with your own discernment. All right, and this I do because this might be literally something that will help someone and be like, you know what, I've been thinking about this, but I wasn't sure. Boom, there it is, confirmation. This is hilarious. You got the Oracle card that came out. It says you're able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. I was just telling you to use your own discernment. So maybe for some of you, and again, we have the Hierophant, which is another spiritual type of card here. Maybe some of you are healers yourself and are thinking, should I get into, you know, tarot reading? Maybe you're thinking about doing your own thing like that on YouTube, where we are right now. And if you are, I'm like, you know what, go ahead and do it. I'm trust me when I say it, you will enjoy it. So if you've been wondering and been watching, you know, other tarot readers, this is how I kind of, you know, I really pulled forward to make a leap to come on the channel to do this, was watching other people do it. So if you've been doing that, just know that that might be your confirmation. So like I said, this will not be for everyone. Maybe you're just looking to go into something more spiritual when it comes to oracle cards and things like that. Maybe it's not on YouTube. Maybe you know, you're wanting to start a metaphysical type of business where you sell oracle cards and other spiritual tools and things like that. I don't know why that came up. It just came in, so that is for someone specifically. Maybe it's a metaphysical store. It keeps coming up. They're like, say it again. It's a metaphysical store, either online, so brick and mortar, or going in, actual physical store. Somebody here has been thinking about that. Okay. All right. So let's see what other messages do come out. This is in regards to career. I do love this deck because it does get really specific. And sometimes that's what, you know, we need. Not everyone. Okay, this is so funny because I just got done saying you might be a healer of some sort. But early on, when I was thinking about this card in reverse, right, and I was saying caseworker, I was also feeling like a nurse or a doctor. Maybe some of you, especially what's going on in the world today, maybe you're thinking about making some changes in career. I don't know who that's for, but I did feel that message earlier, and here it is. It says, you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. So this could be, if you're a nurse or a doctor, something that has to do with healing. Again, there is some part of you that is a natural healer, or is going to school to become a nurse or a doctor, or is wanting to, or feeling prompted to. But this is some direct messages that are coming out here. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so this is travel. It says your life purpose involves traveling. So for some of you, your career might involve a lot of travel, or maybe you're looking for a job that pertains to, or career, I should say, pertains to travel. Maybe you would want to do something in the airline business. Maybe it will be that you'll be doing some major consulting or motivational speaking, and you'll have to travel here and there. But whatever the case is, you might be seeking a career, or a career opportunity might come your way that is pertaining to travel. All right. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're traveling, you know, across the world. It could just be from town to town. It could be that you are now doing your work on the go, traveling, you know, from to and from people's homes, or to and from businesses right there in your local area. So just know that there's something coming up about travel. All right, but here we have infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So regardless of, you know, if this resonated with you or not, or if you just have a life purpose or a goal that you're trying to obtain, just know, Taurus, that there is infinite abundance, okay, and that you are supported as you devote yourself to whatever that purpose is. All right, because anytime you align yourself with what it is that you want to do, just know it's not just about you wanting it. You have awoken to it because it is a gift. It is something that was already divinely set up for you. And so that desire to want to do that thing becomes a little bit more prominent as time goes. And you're thinking, this is what I want to do. But really, as it unfolds, your purpose is always there. It's just waiting for you to recognize its voice. And once you align with that, there's nothing but infinite abundance that can come from that. It's when we're going against it that we're having issues at the workplace. We're having issues with, you know, the schedule when it comes to work. Anytime there's something that is like pushing you to the point where you don't feel like you can breathe or take it anymore, or it is soul wrenching, that is not, you're not on the right path. There will be obstacles along the way with anything that you do, but those obstacles are supposed to help you to grow. But when it starts hindering you, completely shaking your household, your mental health, all of those things, it's time to go. And for some of you, you have some really controlling toxic energy that is around you. And some of these changes that are coming in are going to be enforced even more for some of you. So it's just like, do you want to stay in that? Or do you want to figure out what is your truest purpose so that you can have this infinite abundance? All right. So keep that in mind. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward and look at your finances. Okay. Everybody wants to know about the money.